Yo, 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 yo. What is up, everybody? And we are back with another episode of TFTC Sports. We are in the AFC and NFC championship of the 2025 NFL season, man. And I am excited for these matchups. I know last week we had one huge upset. The Commanders, I did not see them beating the Detroit Lions. But they got it done, and I got to give credit where credit is due. But I am your host, Real Good Doty, and this is my co-host next to me.
It's the one, the chosen one, the only person here with the team still in the playoffs, who's still on the Super Bowl hunt. Philadelphia Eagles, Kodak Coughlin, baby.
The Philadelphia Saquons.
Whatever, man. He a hater. Don't worry about it. We going to the ship. Mark my word. But I got my other codes with me.
Chico Grande, Chico 2 times, Shooter McGavin, baby. Steeler Nation, stand up, because guess what? Lamar's standing down. Lamar's home. That's all that matter. He still can't throw. You're still not that guy, pal. Lamar Jackson, you're done. Better luck next year, just like the Cowboys.
That hurt.
But anyways, if you haven't already, stop what you're doing. Go to the App Store.
Yes.
And download the app, Prize Picks, and use promo code PRAWWPQJ for it. Prize Picks will match your first deposit up to $25. And right now we have a couple discounts for Taco Tuesday that we have for NBA right now. And we have a free square for Jaden Daniels. All you need is just one completion. One completion, which he's going to get. But in order to do that, you got to download Prize Picks and then use that promo code. Now, this week, we're going to do another six-man. Yeah, another six-man.
Yeah.
I know last week, unfortunately, the one that we posted was chalked. I mean, DeAndre Hopkins was just doing cardio. The dude didn't even get involved, which, honestly, Prize Picks should have refunded us for that. But, you know, it is all good because your boy ended up hitting on the another slip that he put. But the first, we're going to go ahead. We're going to use that free square for Jaden Daniels. All you need is one completion. Next, we're going to go ahead and we're going to select the Demon. All Terry McLaurin needs is a touchdown. He's hit that the past 4 weeks in a row.
Scary Terry's for real.
Yeah, the past 4 weeks in a row. And in order for Washington to win this game, McLaurin's going to need to be heavily involved. Next, Saquon over 2 receptions. I expect him to soar
That's
over
easy.
this. Next, Zach Ertz over 3.5 completions, revenge game. Zach Ertz has been that X factor for the Commanders. Next, we're going to select Brian Robinson over 9.5 rushing attempts. In order for the Commanders to win this game, they're going to need to run the football, which
At least that much.
Which causes the time of possession. And last but not least, playoff Kelsey, Demon, just have a touchdown. Travis Kelsey has been playing phenomenal, especially last week. I mean, his receiving yards were at 43. It was air. So I expect them to rely heavy on Kelsey, and I expect him to get in the end zone. So this is my 6-man flex. If you want to do a 5, that's totally up to you. Cool thing about Prize Picks is you can go ahead and you can double dip, so you can combine different sports. You don't just have to do football. We have basketball, UFC, bunch of other sports. But in order for you to be able to play Prize Picks, download Prize Picks in the app and use that promo code. But without further ado, let's get started.
Let's get started. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at the updated playoff bracket. And I went ahead and got the Super Bowl odds for the last 4 remaining teams. We had Buffalo, Kansas City, Washington, and the Eagles all move on. And it looks like the Eagles are the #1 favorite to win the Super Bowl. What do y'all think about that?
It's right. Of course you know it's right, man. Philadelphia Eagles, man, we going to the ship. I honestly feel like you Commanders, he a rookie, man. It's finna show up, and y'all finna see why. And this is our 3rd time playing him, so we already know what he coming with. Josh Allen is all they got for the Bills. I mean, you take away him.
I'm really surprised that they're not giving the Chiefs the most credit here. Chiefs are looking to three-peat. They got the Zebras on their side. I don't see how they could lose. I think they would be the clear favored, but who knows? You know, they're always trying to trick us when it comes to the bets.
Well, here's the thing about the Chiefs. It all comes down to coaching, right? So in Philadelphia, I mean, not Philadelphia, sorry. In Philadelphia, too, they're the most talented on screen. But the thing about the Kansas City Chiefs is they have the next man up mentality, and just to have a system that's duplicatable. They don't have the most talent, but yet they get it done because, for one, Patrick Mahomes, he's the leader of the ship.
And Travis Kelce, they got those two.
Andy Reid is also a really, really, really good coach. Travis Kelce, playoff Kelce, is in full effect. Buffalo Bills, I mean, to be honest with you, even though they did, create have the less mistakes than the Baltimore Ravens, Lamar still outplayed Josh Allen. He had more passing yards. QBR was higher.
Yes.
But unfortunately,
But you know what he didn't pass?
But unfortunately,
He didn't pass the eye test
Oh Lord.
or the W test.
I mean, Josh Allen didn't even have 200 yards passing, so he definitely played more conservative. But what I'm trying to say is,
Oh really?
Buffalo,
Okay.
they also have a system that's duplicatable, and Josh Allen is the anchor of the ship.
Yes.
Now, the Washington Commanders, Jaden Daniels is just phenomenal. I mean,
They said he's
doing
waking
his
up
thing.
early, using VR to train.
And the thing about the Commanders is they're the least experienced out of all these teams, but yet they're getting it done. I mean, rookie head coach, Cliff Kingsbury. It's his first time being an offensive coordinator in the NFL, and then a rookie quarterback,
Can't be
and they're
that.
getting it done.
They are getting it
So
done.
I got to give credit where credit is due. I wouldn't be surprised if the Commanders beat the Eagles, but
Ooh, okay.
But
I
before we get into the
don't-
nitty-gritty and really get into it, I want to take a look at the ramifications of some of those teams losing, because it looks like somebody that already lost already got hired. And who are we talking about?
yeah, the offensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions, Ben Johnson, is the new head coach in the division of the NFC North, the Chicago Bears. Now, I'm going to make a bold statement. With all the talent that the Chicago Bears have, and if you go back and look at their games, they were very close. The psychological icing on the cake loss for them was when they lost that Hail Mary to the Commanders, because they were hot going into that game. And if they would have won that game, God knows how the rest of the season would have turned out. But unfortunately, everything happens for a reason. And on a positive note, they end the season with the dub. They got the Lions offensive coordinator that's completely changed that offense, especially look what he was doing with Jared Goff. He comes to a Chicago Bears team with a rookie quarterback, two really good receivers, Romeo Doubs. It's yet to be seen. It's going to be interesting to see what they're going to do with Keenan Allen. I know he's getting up there in age. He's still got it. DeAndre Swift had some good games, but I mean, we're going to see what he does. I personally think that the Bears could be a wild card team next year.
Oh, wow.
Because they were very, very competitive in a lot of their games, and they lost by like one possession.
Okay.
So even though they got a rookie head coach,
They might be able to do some things.
the Bears are going to be winning a lot of the games next year that they lost this year.
I mean, I feel like the Bears. You went 5-12 last year, so I feel like you're gonna do better than last year. But I don't like this offensive coach becoming the head coach of the team, and everybody's putting around him. I don't
Why?
like his defensive coordinator. He's trying to get defensive coordinator from the Saints. What's his name? Dennis Allen.
Yeah.
And he's also trying to get Darian Riggs, the intern special teams for the Saints. He's trying to get them on his team also. So you trying to fill up your staffing with Saints people?
Well, it might be who he has connections with. Because when you
it's the
become a head
Saints.
coach,
How you feel about the Saints?
I hate the Saints.
Exactly.
But that's besides the point.
Is the Saints good this year?
No, they're trash.
So why'd you be the defensive
Okay,
coordinator?
but hold on then. The reason why the Saints were bad because, for one, Derek Carr is washed
Yeah.
and he was injured.
What do they do about the defense?
I'm not blaming the
What
coaches
does it
for
do
Derek
about the
Carr.
I mean, your
defense?
defense can only do so much, man, if your offense can't put points up.
Your defense can do a lot. Look at the Steelers' defense.
but some-
Steelers' defense was amazing.
Okay, but the Steelers' offense was also
Trash.
playing decent at the beginning of the year, though.
And then it fell off a
Then it
cliff.
fell
Am I
off a
right or
cliff.
am I wrong, though?
When we
and
got
also
sabotaged.
they had Mike Tomlin. So those coming and
I
a
think
lot
he-
of those things coming.
And then on top of that, you got to try to re-sign Keenan Allen. You got to think about it, and you got 3 people on the offensive line.
I think
that
it's
you
a
have to
step,
re-sign also.
regardless if they're not going to be Super Bowl contenders, but it's a step in the right direction.
It's all
Here's
right.
my thing. Here's my bold prediction. Chicago Bears, #1 pick. They're gonna get that dog out of LSU, that offensive lineman who's going to be a straight dog. He's going to be a Pro Bowler. They're going to get him.
Mm-hmm.
Free agency, they're going to get some. They're going to fix the defense up a little bit. Now, they could let Keenan Allen walk, or they could trade him to a team, possibly like, for an example, hold on. They could possibly trade him to a team like New England. Or they could trade him to another team that has a high draft pick in the later rounds, because those top picks in the later rounds, play a factor. So they could trade him to maybe the Raiders, Jacksonville, New England. If they don't want to pay him.
True.
But I ultimately think the Chicago Bears could be a wild card team next year. I mean, Caleb Williams didn't particularly play bad. I mean, and I even told my barber,
Caleb Williams looked pretty good.
And I even told my barber, who's a diehard Bears fan, shout out to my boy Rico, that at the beginning of the year he asked me how the Bears were going to do. I told him I like the Bears on paper. I don't like that head coach.
Okay.
I'm telling you right
You
now.
think this is a perfect change they need?
I'm telling y'all, they're gonna at least win 8 games next year.
That's three more games. That's
okay,
nothing.
but that's huge.
If it'll be a real turn, that's a good turnaround. That's a great turnaround.
3
but
more wins. That's
an
it.
awesome turnaround would be 10 wins.
And look at that division. Look at that division.
The Packers.
I'm telling you, they're gonna split with the Packers next year.
Oh
But,
heck no,
hey,
they're not gonna split with the Packers next year.
The Packers play down to the okay. All right.
And on top of that, you saying
We'll
they got the first
round.
They got the first round pick. They're gonna draft an offensive lineman. One offensive lineman not for the face 68
But,
sacks.
hey,
68
hold on.
sacks. He's the most sacked quarterback this season. You can't fix 68 sacks with
Look
one person.
up that guy Williams from LSU.
It doesn't matter. 68 sacks. That's the most sacks. The most sacks. It's a lot. You can't
One
stop 68 with
offensive
one
lineman
person.
can make other players play better.
Yeah,
Look
he
what
could
the
do a lot.
Giants did with
No,
Andrew
but I want to
Thomas.
ask y'all a question real quick. With Ben Johnson being a hot commodity and a lot of teams wanting him, Jesse had on his notes here that the Jaguars, Raiders, and Patriots were also on his radar. Do you think he made the right choice by picking the Bears out of the Jags, Raiders, and Patriots?
Because he thinks that he had a better because with the Jags, he's not sold on Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence is better than Caleb Williams.
Yes.
No, he's not.
Yes,
no,
he
he's
is.
not.
Yes, he
Trevor
is.
Lawrence way better
Trevor
than Caleb
Lawrence.
Williams.
First off, Trevor
How
Lawrence
much
is
you want
better.
to bet? How much you want to bet that
Who's
Trevor
better year
Lawrence
next
might
year?
get cut next year?
Might get cut next year. At the end of the year? By the end of the year?
He might get benched if they draft a quarterback next year.
There's a difference between bench and cut.
It's 2 different things.
I bet you.
He's not gonna be the starter.
It depends
He
on
won't
what
be the
coach.
starter?
It depends on what coach they get. Because if they don't get a good coach and not Caleb Williams, but Trevor Lawrence starts playing bad, he's gonna get benched. I could totally see the Jags, if they don't draft a quarterback or sign someone, that they could probably tank and try to get a higher draft pick.
I just feel like
they
they got Ben because they seen how amazing Ben did with the Lions. The Lions is ranked number 1 in a lot of offensive categories. They also ranked number 1 in the play action pass. They got 2-star running backs. The Lions got 2-star running backs. Sonic and Knuckles. Who is Sonic and Knuckles on the Bears? Nobody.
DeAndre Swift had some flashes.
DeAndre Swift
man.
is not gonna scare me in a play action pass.
Oh my god.
I'm not gonna be. Oh my god. Play action pass.
Nobody
cares.
Watch him do his thing next year.
He's not. He's small. He's small.
He's gonna make a scheme that DeAndre Swift's gonna do his thing.
You go from 2 running backs
and
to
they're gonna
1
get
running
some
back.
linemen. Okay, all right. I'm gonna be right about this.
It's gonna be fun to watch,
see.
and we're gonna definitely.
When I draft him in my fantasy as my number 4 running back.
We're gonna
running back.
pin that for next year's show.
Because I'm gonna go
That's
ahead.
like 4. Because
I'm gonna.
number 1 running back.
Guys, in the comment section
get
below,
Henry next year.
I'm gonna remember the Bears conversation. So if we're doing the show
and
next
I've
year,
been right. And I've been right. I was right
the
about the
Bears are
Giants.
trash.
I was right about the Giants. I
We're
told
coming
you about
after
that.
you.
The Bears have never been good.
And if Trevor Lawrence has a
I
great
was right
season,
about Malik Neighbors.
I'm
Told you
coming
about
after
him.
you. Everyone loves Malik Neighbors. But put in the comment section below what you think about the Bears. What do you think about Ben Johnson? Do you think he made the right decision? We want to hear from you in the comment section down below. But let's go ahead and check our own personal TFTC sports leaderboards for the big game picks. And we got a tie for number 1. We got real good _ Doty and Jesse J tied at 155.
Coughlin.
I'm right behind. I'm only 1 game difference, so I could still beat y'all and snake y'all for first place. So I'm not out of it.
It's
So
close.
this is looking like the Western Conference right here, where we're going in to the conference championship, and there's only 1 game separating first and third.
It's gonna be a crazy one.
It's gonna be a crazy finish
It
for the big game pick champion.
Who knows?
But I think we could pretty much crown this champion, the big game bet champion, Seth. So far in the lead, unless we make 1 million bets, we're going to catch up. And Jesse, you're still at number 3. And it is because we're going off of percentage points, because bets, we don't have the same amount of bets like we all have the same amount of picks. So it's who has the best percentage. Seth is clearly killing it above 500. I'm only 3 games below. Then we got Jesse bringing up the rear at 31 and 35.
Ooh.
Any comments on this or the last leaderboard?
No,
y'all don't be betting, man. Y'all ain't betting.
It's been on fire.
Y'all
No, man, but I want to tell y'all,
betting.
it's been an honor. Even though we got one more week,
I got 36
really
games
fun this year with y'all. It's like, what, the 3rd year we've done this?
Yeah, you're number 3, TFTC
66.
Sports NFL.
And before you know it again, guys, it'll be September.
And we'll be back around the sun.
60. I bet like 6 more games in y'all. Y'all trash. We're moving on. I bet 6 more games
This
in him.
man's salty because we're all nipping at his
And then I
heels for the
bet like
championship. for
10
the
more
big game
games in
picks.
this dude.
Hey,
But it's cool.
it's called being smart. But speaking of being smart, let's talk about some smart people or some really losers. We got Seth's winners and losers.
Ooh.
Yeah, so my winners and losers.
What we got?
I'm going to have to go ahead and I'm going to have to start as my loser is the Detroit Lions. I
Okay.
mean, just
Oh,
overall
man.
pathetic performance. I mean, for one, y'all chalked my slip. Y'all and Peyton Talbot. If UFC fans know who that is, Peyton Talbot, look him up. But, yeah, Detroit Lions.
This shocked me.
Jared
Seth.
Goff was 23 for 40. Even though he had 303 yards, he had 1 TD and 3 picks and 2 sacks. Just unacceptable. I mean, you got to be able to win those games.
Definitely.
You have a first round bye. You win a division, and I don't see the Lions bouncing back. Psychologically, I don't see them recovering. I don't see them
think
winning
this
the Super
team's
Bowl.
done?
I think they'll make the playoffs. They're gonna be the new Green Bay Packers. This loss was like the New York Giants beating the Green Bay Packers in the 2012 wild card. Remember?
No, this
The
is like
divisional- remember that?
This is like when the
Giants-
Giants went on the boat trip and then lost in the playoffs right afterwards.
Oh, Lord, not the boat trip.
Okay, well, I'm looking at it as like when the New York Giants beat the Green Bay Packers in 2012 in Lambeau.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And the Detroit Lions just lost their coordinator, on offensive coordinator. They're about
Big
to lose
loss.
their defensive coordinator. Jared Goff got exposed.
He got knocked the F out.
And
yes.
if I'm the Detroit Lions, I'm looking at getting a quarterback. I know it's not
Already?
a popular pick, yes, for the future. Because if Jared Goff, starts playing bad like this, you got to have someone, that can come in
This is the best quarterback they had in a while.
before the season gets out of control. I understand, but I just that loss is unacceptable.
What kind of confidence you finna?
I don't have any
I mean,
confidence
I
in
give him
Jared
credit
Goff.
for coming
I
back
think
because
he'll be-
he got knocked out bad,
Oh,
man.
yeah,
He's
but
come
I
back and
think-
still try to play.
I think Jared Goff will do his thing in the regular season. The playoffs come, it's gonna be the same book,
Oh,
same
it's
chapter.
just like Lamar Jackson,
Y'all
what I
finna
mean?
Dak Prescott, my dog Jared
That's all
Goff.
I'm saying. That's
Tony
all I'm saying.
Romo.
Y'all finna Dak
I mean, it's just
Prescott him.
unacceptable. Jamar Gibbs did his thing, but just not a good performance. I mean, I'm disappointed. Next loser, Baltimore Ravens, Mark Andrews. One fumble, one fumble, and then another costly drop.
2 drops.
2 drops?
2 drops.
Okay, 2 drops.
And a fumble.
You kind of not. When did he? I know he dropped the 2-point conversion.
Oh, but you forgot the other loser on that team. Who else had
I mean, Lamar Jackson.
2 turnovers?
Even though he had
The biggest loser.
a pretty
The
ugly
biggest
interception,
loser.
but still, I mean, Lamar was 18 for 25,
Trash.
254 yards,
That's
2
trash.
touchdowns. I mean, he outplayed Josh Allen.
Trash.
Even though
He outpassed it.
he
outplayed every quarterback.
even though there were 5-1 turnovers and 5-0 penalties,
So can we
5-1 penalties and 3-0 turnovers that the Ravens had compared to the Bills, they still could have and should have won that game.
True.
Even though I picked the Bills to win that game, I mean, I had to be honest. The Ravens beat themselves.
That was a close one too.
And I don't know if the Bills would have won that game if they were on the road, honestly.
So the real question is Lamar Jackson the James Harden of the NFL? Now, can we give him the official playoff bust stamp, the Tony
he
Romo,
didn't play bad,
the
though.
Dak Prescott?
Lamar didn't play bad,
but the thing
though.
is, it's not. He did play bad because having 2 turnovers
But
in a
his
playoff
QBR
game,
was higher than Josh Allen.
2 turnovers.
So
That's the end of the discussion
I mean,
right there.
okay, I get it, Gavin, but his QBR was higher, though.
It doesn't matter. If you have 2 turnovers
hate
in a
Lamar.
playoff game, you've lost that playoff game. And I don't care what
so is
quarterback
Peyton
you are.
Manning? So is Peyton Manning Lamar Jackson? Because it took him just as long as it's taking
And his
Lamar
defense
Jackson to
carried-
take
and his
Peyton
He's
Manning.
defense
definitely not an
carried
Eli Manning.
Peyton Manning.
He's not an Eli Manning because
Peyton-
Eli Manning's the best Manning.
Eli Manning didn't win till like his last.
He's undefeated
few years.
against Tom Brady.
But look how long it took
2-0
him.
against
But
Tom
look
Brady.
how long it took him.
2-0.
And look how long.
You know what's crazy is people say that he's the worst Manning, but he's actually top 10 in every quarterback category that they look at. And his brother's like
The
number
best.
4. So for everyone saying that his brother's so much better, he's only like 2 to 3 spots ahead of him on everything, but he beat his rival twice. So I would take Eli's football career over Peyton's career any day.
And this
How
is
many-
coming from a diehard Giants fan.
Really?
No, I would rather
Peyton
be
was
2-0
way better.
against Tom Brady and beat his undefeated team and have that to my name than anything that Peyton did. Eli owns Tom Brady, and when you can rightfully say you owned a lot of people's
Super
GOAT,
Bowl,
that's saying something, because no one could say they own Jordan. No one dominated Jordan in the finals.
The Detroit Pistons. What are you
Not
talking
in the
about?
finals.
They beat them in the.
That's playoffs.
They did
still
knock
beat
him
them.
out to get to the
They
finals.
crushed
That-
them every time. What are you
well,
talking about?
that was in.
They
that was
swept
in,
them
that
and
was
they
in
made 'em-
80. That was in 90.
That's
then-
all
and then
before
what-
he
That was
started
like
winning.
2 years.
Before
Detroit
he
had
started
their
winning.
things in like
What
2-year
happens
run.
once they had Jordan got some talent?
But
They
that was
swept them,
But that's
That
the same
was
thing
2
you
years.
said
and
about
then
Lamar
they walked
Jackson.
off the court like some
that's
bums.
the-
Anyways,
And
I told
Isaiah
that-
Thomas, that's still why you never got in the Olympic team, because you're a bum and you always will be a bum.
Nah,
But that
and
doesn't-
no one
Thomas is not a
ever
bum.
respects
But
you.
that doesn't
Isaiah
make any-
Thomas is trash.
That doesn't make any sense because Peyton Manning took a long time to win the rings. Eli took a long time to win the rings. Jordan took a long time before he started winning rings. Now you're saying Lamar
Yeah,
Jackson's
yeah.
a bust.
Yeah.
They're all the same. They all
James
did the
Harden.
same
Yeah,
stuff.
Peyton didn't beat
He's not winning.
Tom Brady until like
Yeah, late,
2010.
yeah.
I
He
don't
didn't start
think he's
winning
gonna
till
win.
late.
I don't think he's gonna win.
He's gonna.
one.
Everybody's saying he's gonna win
In his career.
Everybody said before his career's over.
Who,
He's,
Lamar?
they said
No.
They said the same thing about Peyton Manning. Before his career's over, he's gonna win a ring.
We're gonna see, but anyways,
I don't have faith that
He's
he
like
will.
he's like the youngest out of all of them.
Yeah,
My
but
winner-
you know what? He also is the most damning thing
And he's
about
also
him.
the most winning out of all of them. He's the most winningest one out of all of them.
Yeah,
the winning
but I'll tell
percentage
you
is
where
better
you're
than
wrong
Peyton
right
Patrick.
here. I'll tell you where you're 100% wrong. Out of 100 games, he's had in his regular season, he's had 4 where he's had 2 turnovers. Out of 8 playoff games, he's had 4 of them where he's had 2 turnovers. Fucking trash in the playoffs. He's a
Everybody
fucking bum.
Everybody has turnovers in the playoffs.
Gavin hates
No.
Lamar.
Your 50% of your games, you have 2 turnovers. That's trash.
playoffs?
That means in the playoffs, 50% of your games, you're trash. That's not getting
So
it
then,
done.
what's Russell Wilson then? Because Russell Wilson, the Steelers are like 1-4 in the playoffs. So what are the Steelers?
We got more
What's-
Super Bowls.
What's Russell Wilson? Because Russell Wilson throws picks all the
Anyways,
time.
guys, hold on. Let's hold this.
Lamar Jackson's trash.
Let me-
This
what's
is-
Russell
let me
Wilson?
we
my
weren't
winner.
even expected to win.
But
We
what's
weren't even
Russell
expected to
Wilson
make the
do?
playoffs. Every one of the talking
finish my
heads
winners and losers.
picked the Steelers to be the last in the division, and we were leading the division most of the year. So we overachieved. We way overachieved.
You still
The
lost.
Ravens were picked to be the contender for 4 years in a row,
Uh-huh.
and they ain't done anything. So he hasn't met expectations. Lamar is a bust.
How
He's
does
not
he's
that
been- how
guy.
does it not met
He is a
expectations?
regular
He's-
season
he's won
merchant.
the Super Bowl.
He's the next
I mean,
Tony
he won
Romo.
the MVP.
Tony Romo, if you look at his regular season
never won
stats,
MVP in his life, so
is
how's
a
he
top
Tony
4
Romo?
quarterback
He's
all
never
time.
won-
That's what I'm saying with Lamar
He's
Jackson.
about to win 3. Tony
He's
Romo's
going to be
never-
the most
Tony
loserous
Romo's-
MVP that ever existed.
Tony Romo's-
when you look up Lamar Jackson, there's going to be nothing but loser next to his
I
name.
would understand if you say he's the next Dan Marino, because Dan Marino's never won a Super
He's
Bowl.
the next
So
Tony
next
Romo.
One, next one, Kodak.
Lamar Jackson is Tony Romo.
Tony Romo's never.
They're gonna
won
have
an
the same
MVP,
career.
Has never been in a question for MVP.
Yes, he has.
For how many MVPs has he been in the question in the hunt for?
Like 4 or 5.
That's a lie.
All right, so my next winner is I'm gonna go with the winners. Travis Kelce balled out, did his thing. Patrick Mahomes did his thing. Let me pull up Travis Kelce's stats. Excuse me, 1 minute, guys.
With Travis Kelce for last game.
Can't show up 50%
Travis,
of the time
last
in the playoffs,
game,
guys.
what
Just
he
can't
was
do it. Trash.
I got it right here. Patrick
7 for
Mahomes, 16 for 25, 177 yards. QBR of 98.3. Kareem Hunt had 8 carries, 44 yards, touchdown. Pacheco was just doing cardio. Travis Kelce, 8 targets, 7 receptions, 117 yards, and a touchdown. Playoff Kelce is back. Chiefs win with ease, 23-14. I mean, I think Kansas City's going back to the championship. And last but not least, Washington Commanders doing their thing. Jaden Daniels, 22 for 31, 299 yards.
Nasty.
2 touchdowns, QBR of 122.
I should have went with my gut. I thought Washington was going to win the whole time.
No, he was.
But I picked the Lions at the end because I thought that they've been building them up for so many years that they wouldn't let them lose.
Yeah,
Facts.
I should have. And then last but not least, Saquon Barkley, 25 carries, 205 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns. Philadelphia Saquons. It's a one-man band. If Saquon goes and wins this Super Bowl with the Eagles, it's going to be equivalent to when Dirk won the championship and he beat all the best players of that generation with no other superstar. That's what this level is going to be.
That makes no sense.
Whoa, Kevin, come on.
That makes no sense because we just went to the
Eagles are way more talented.
We just went to the Super Bowl to play KC without Saquon, so now we have Saquon.
No, I'm saying, I'm basically trying to say I have not been impressed by the Eagles team. I have been vastly impressed by Saquon. That's what I'm saying. Y'all go as far as Saquon, and if Saquon literally carries you to a championship, it'll be maybe the greatest Super Bowl run in NFL history.
AJ Brown's gonna. Here's the thing: if the Eagles lose this game, and AJ Brown doesn't have a big day, don't be surprised if AJ Brown wants out.
True. I can see that, but I think
Pittsburgh shooter.
Let's do it.
Hey.
But I want to hear y'all's comments before we go on to the next thing, and get into the games. The Chiefs-Texans game.
Let us know what you think about the Lamar Jackson
trash.
And then also Saquon Barkley Eagles. Without further ado, that's all my losers and winners and losers.
Well, I guess we could just go into it in the game and talk about it. But let's go ahead and bring up the first game.
What we got?
We got the Washington Commanders versus the Eagles Sunday. 3 p.m. on Fox. And let me go ahead and bring up the graphic here. I guess it doesn't want to come. All right, go ahead.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so it looks like so like my co-host just said, Commanders versus Eagles, Sunday, 3 p.m. This is the third time they meeting this year. First time Eagles won. Second time Eagles lost. Jalen Hurts got injured, concussion. Saquon Barkley went crazy first half. Second half, doodle sauce. They gave enough help for Jalen Hurts. He's been going crazy. I gotta admit, he is definitely hands down Rookie of the Year. He has been showing.
Who's Rookie of the Year?
Jaden Daniels.
Oh,
I said Jalen Hurts. Yeah, Jaden Daniels is Rookie of the Year. I mean, he is going crazy. You can't stop him. 16 rushing attempts for 51 yards. He's doing it all. He's running. He's passing the ball. He's running. He's throwing the ball in the pocket. I mean, that's one thing I gotta say about Daniels. I mean, he's real elusive. He runs when he has to run. I mean, every time I see him, he's always getting positive yardage. I mean, only thing I don't like about the Commanders is the run game. But besides that, I feel like the Eagles finna shut them down again. We got their recipe. Shut down Terry, scary Terry, just like we did the game 1, and then we gonna win because they can't stop Saquon. Nobody can really stop Saquon.
What was the score last time you played him?
Ooh, I don't even remember. Why he's looking that up? Yeah, nobody can stop Saquon Barkley. Saquon just coming off a 200-yard game. I honestly feel like AJ Brown
won that one actually last time.
Yeah, they won that one because Wilson was hurt, and then we had to get Pickens, and then I think Pickens ended up getting hurt.
Yeah.
Then we had to get a third string quarterback.
They played, it was
like what, week 14, 15?
It was 33-36.
Exactly, and we lost the quarterback and everything. We barely won.
And then it was
when we first played them,
26-18.
Exactly.
First time.
Exactly. So I mean, I just feel like everybody talk about Jalen Hurts. Yeah, Jalen Hurts didn't throw any touchdown passes or throw any picks this past game.
Well, Jalen Hurts hasn't looked that good, to be honest. He's looked like a game manager. He hasn't looked like the superstar that he's shown that he is before. I think that's why a lot of people are kind of holding a little reservation with the Eagles, because it's solely on Saquon. Like he wasn't moving that well. They really were limiting what he was able to do last game. Like he got rolled up on his own ankle real bad. Like I don't even know how healthy he currently is.
Now y'all be hating on Jalen Hurts, but at the same time, if you look at all the other past quarterbacks that just played this past week, Jalen Hurts was 15 for 20 for 128 yards, no touchdown. What about Josh Allen? Josh Allen ain't throw no touchdowns. Josh Allen was the same thing. Josh Allen 16 for 22 passes. He threw one more completion. And Jalen Hurts 2 more passes.
Domination.
Patrick Mahomes 16 for 25. He threw one more pass than Jalen Hurts. Everybody saying Jalen Hurts trash. Jalen Hurts trash. Y'all threw one more pass than Jalen Hurts. He's just like y'all didn't throw as many yards as Jalen Hurts.
Well, now the one thing I will say sometimes that I do get annoyed with when people become are stat heads. Stats do serve a purpose, but sometimes stats don't give you the eye test. Because sometimes the stats, you look at the stats and they're pretty close, but if you're watching both players, you could clearly see that one player's on the way up and then other players on the way down, and that's something that the stats don't give you. I think so sometimes that's what weighs into a situation is the eye test. Because especially if someone has a body of work before and you've seen how they played before and how good they perform, you could tell they're not even moving the same. So I think that's what it is. So props to him for having close stats, but I'm just saying it's the eye test that he's failing right now.
I mean, at the same time, he got hit 7 times. Protect Jalen Hurts.
He's not getting protected.
He got sacked 7 times the past game, and y'all saying he ain't doing enough.
What's Washington's rush like?
What the past game? What?
No, like overall, like what were they? Do you know?
They got 3 picks and 1 fumble against the Lions when they just paid them.
No, but I mean, are they typically good against the run?
No, they're trash against the run. Remember, Saquon Barkley had 150 yards on them in the first half.
Oh, that's right.
We run through them all. Like it's not a good team. This is a decent team. Y'all is amazed by Jaden Daniels, and he's a rookie and he's scrambling, and he reminds you of Michael Vick. That's just it. He reminds you of Michael Vick. But besides,
I like him. I don't think.
Wait, whoa. Jaden Daniels is a way better passer than Michael Vick.
He's so electrifying. Y'all like him because he's electrifying. He's always doing all this amazing stuff y'all always talk about.
I'll take Jaden Daniels over Michael Vick.
Nobody talks about Jaden Daniels standing in the pocket throwing the ball. They talk about Jaden Daniels running and getting in the way.
Than Vic.
He's a better passer, but
he's
nobody
actually
talks about his
pretty decent.
passing.
But yeah, they do.
They talk more about his running.
They're talking about his VR. That's how he knows how to make all his reads right. They're literally just talking about how good he is at making his reads.
What reads?
No, I'm saying because they were asking him.
You mean the same reads where he got Terry McLaurin for one catch?
That's Terry's fault.
Well, that was a chalked game script.
Nah, he had 8 targets. What are you talking about? Chalked games. He targeted him 8 times with 1 catch. That's not a chalked game script. We threw at you 8 times. You got 1 catch.
I like Washington. I really thought that they were going to beat the Lions
against everybody but the Eagles.
But I doubted myself because I thought the NFL storyline wanted the Lions to win more.
He's everybody but the Eagles. You can go to the Pro Bowl playing. It's 18 weeks in the season. You beat 6. You do good.
I bet you
16
McLaurin
times.
has a touchdown.
But McLaurin has a touchdown.
Let's see.
What else? And wasn't
I beat you last time. You said 60 to 80 yards plus a touchdown. He didn't even get a touchdown.
Who? Derrick Henry?
No, you didn't say Derrick Henry. We talked about the Bills running back.
Hold on. I got it right here.
You said the Bills run. He looked at it. I'm telling you.
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Well,
I have no problem.
It's James Cook.
Told you. You ain't say nothing.
1 touchdown.
Didn't he have a touchdown?
No, he had nothing.
No touchdowns.
Okay, I was wrong. Okay.
Woo. Told you, man.
All right.
We can. I mean, what you trying to say?
Y'all be picking the most random thing.
You got to bet on something because we bet the same.
Yeah, we haven't had that many bets, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Eagles. But I almost got the same feeling. I got the same feeling.
Go with Washington then. Go with Washington so we can bet.
No,
go with Washington.
I was gonna pick Washington last week, and y'all talked me out of it.
Oh, then do it now.
And I feel like Washington do it,
but got nothing to lose.
But the Eagles.
Nah. Jaden Daniels is trash, like you said. I mean, Jalen Hurts is trash, like you said. He can't do nothing.
He's not passing the eye test. I didn't say he's trash. There's a difference between not passing the eye test and trash.
Come on, Gavin.
He's
got
not.
To lose.
He's not Lamar Jackson. All right. He's not that bad. He's not that level of trash.
I'll tell you what.
What?
I'll pick the Eagles, but Washington will cover.
6.5 or 6.
6 flat.
They'll cover.
She's gonna give him Washington plus 6.
Ain't no way the Commanders are getting blown out.
No, I don't think they'll get blown out.
I give 5.
It could be a field goal game, or it could be a blowout.
Maybe a field goal game up, blowout. Yeah.
Nah, dude, they didn't blow out the Rams. There ain't no way they're blowing out the Commanders.
We didn't blow out the Rams. 28-2. I mean,
I
28
know
to
they
22.
didn't blow out the Rams, so there's no way they're blowing out.
Well,
the Commanders.
honestly, with that game too, I felt like the weather saved the Eagles because I felt like the Rams were actually kind of dominating the Eagles, and then the weather came and the Rams, they're used to playing in a dome in California and AC. They were not used to that at all, and they had a couple of turnovers that were clearly weather related, not anything that normally happens. So I honestly think, the Eagles actually weren't as impressive as I thought. Now that I think about it, the Rams were kind of serving them up until the weather changed things.
Hey, man, it is what it is. So what's the new?
I'm going Washington, baby.
Yes,
Let's go.
Let's go.
Margarita time.
Margarita
You owe
time.
me a margarita.
Let's go. We betting on.
Philly.
We
I'm
bet.
not
We
betting.
betting on this. We definitely going. I mean, I just feel like the Eagles gonna win, man. Saquon Barkley balling 26 touches for 206 yards versus the Rams. He finna do the same thing against the Commanders. Even the Commanders either have to make a decision: stop the run or stop the pass. Because AJ Brown's hungry. These 1-2 catches ain't doing enough. But make sure y'all sign up for Prize Picks, man. QR code is in the beginning of the episode.
I'll show it at the end too.
Exactly. But moving on to the next game, man, we have here the Bills versus the Kansas City Chiefs. We've been waiting for it. Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes.
What time is this? 5:30. Okay.
Both games are on Sunday. No Saturday games this week. Both games on Sunday. I mean, who y'all got? I mean, the Bills won 27-25. KC won 23-14. I mean, people talk about the same thing they say about the KC Chiefs. The refs cheating on them. So do you think the Swiftie and the refs magic is going to be enough to get over on Josh Allen?
Well, that's what I want to ask y'all's honest opinion on the Chiefs, because on the internet, I'm mainly on Instagram, so comment down below what social media you're mainly on, but I'm mainly on Instagram, and there was so much conversation of people just tired of the Chiefs blatant cheating, getting calls they shouldn't get, and Patrick Mahomes flopping. There's at least personal foul, 2 personal fouls that they called helmet to helmet, and then they showed the replay, and there actually was it never touched.
Yeah,
The helmets
that, yeah.
never touched, and I
saw
think
that.
they even got him for one play was a late hit out of bounds, and he really wasn't. And they were showing other quarterbacks actually 100% getting helmet to helmet, and them not calling it, and them getting hit. Actually, they showed one play where Jalen Hurts got hit 5 yards out of bounds, and they never even gave him a flag. So what do you think about the Chiefs' special treatment for their whole team and Patrick Mahomes, where it seems like even if they're a third and whatever and a drive's going to die, here comes that yellow flag? What do y'all think?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, yeah, that's right. But at the same time, Joe Mixon and them said they knew this is going to come down all the way down to the refs. You never leave it up to the refs' hands, and that's exactly what they did. So I kind of blame the Texans, and you can't explain the fact that Travis went that crazy on them, over 117 yards. They only got one person to really worry about. Running game ain't really that. Isaiah Pacheco ain't really doing anything. Kareem Hunt ain't really doing anything. Y'all had one job. Stop Travis. They couldn't really do it. And I mean, I feel like the Kansas City defense really won that for them. They sacked CJ 8 times that game. So, I mean, it's real hard to come over and get a win on Patrick Mahomes if you can hit that many times. And on top of that, the refs screwing you. Every time you get a little momentum, they taking it away. It's just crazy.
And it's key moments.
It's
Their
always
drive's
key
going to
moments.
die, and they're going to have to punt, and then their drive gets extended by a flag, and then they get a score.
They either convert the third down or they get a pass interference to get the third
So
down.
who you got in this game?
Man, I mean,
I want to say the Bills, but man, I don't know who's
me
going to
Chiefs,
show
man.
up for if the
yeah,
officials
Chiefs,
are going to
you
take
gonna
things
beat him
over.
again. Josh Allen ain't gonna get his revenge. Is that what you're saying?
Chiefs are gonna win.
What?
Chiefs are favored by 1.5 points at home.
Yeah, I feel like the Bills are gonna win this game. I mean, this is the best chance that we can bet whatever you want. This is the best chance that the Bills have. This is the weakest Kansas City Chiefs team that we've seen in so
They
many
got
years.
the zebras though, co-host.
They got this. That's the only thing it is.
Okay,
they got the
Kodak.
zebras.
That's like
Everybody said this is the worst
that's the
Kansas City
Joker.
Chiefs team ever, one of the teams ever. And on top of that, it's bad because Patrick Mahomes wasn't even listed in the people that's going to make MVP. They said he was doing bad this season. He's doing too many interceptions. So I mean, I feel like they need to force Patty Mahomes to throw some picks, and I mean, I feel like they got a chance to win. I mean, last game Texas, they couldn't stop Patrick. They couldn't get not one pick off of him. Josh Allen, I gotta give it to him. He's gonna play conservative. He's gonna do it all. I mean, last game 10 rushes, 20 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's what I like about Josh Allen. He run people over.
Yeah.
That's one thing.
He showed Lamar Jackson how to run.
Oh Lord.
Maybe if Lamar Jackson run like Josh Allen,
he probably would have won.
He could get some
I mean,
stuff
hey,
done.
Josh Allen's hungry. I feel like he wanted. Shakur and him finna be balling out. But I mean, I gotta definitely go with the Bills. And you said,
I'm going with the Bills.
Ooh, so we might split, man. I mean, if I win one and Seth win one, I'm still up and one in the big game bets. I'm still going for it.
Bet y'all
Bet him
dinner
too?
at Chipotle.
Chipotle.
Get a real meal, like none of this chips and queso crap. Just
We
get
love the
bowl.
chips and cheese.
Nah, dude.
We love Chipotle.
I can make that myself.
I mean, the chips and hey,
All you need is heavy cream, cheese, like different kinds of cheese.
I don't know,
I can
man.
make all that.
Me and Gavin be getting 3 bags
Y'all
of
have
chips.
y'all have had my
and
cooking
a big
before.
thing of queso.
The Chipotle.
Ooh, got that
I
Chipotle.
love
Actually,
Chipotle.
let's bet Chachos. A meal from Chachos.
What you want from Chachos? Did you want from Chipotle? What you get from
Actually,
Chachos?
bet y'all Mexican food. Nice restaurant.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy.
Yeah.
Like the one from
I
my
bet
house.
Jesse a bowl of refried beans.
That's disgusting.
He don't like refried.
Bet
That's
Jesse
horrible.
some chocolate.
Nah, I don't.
He
listen
don't
to
like
that shit.
chocolate either.
Chocolate ice cream.
Ew, disgusting. Nah, but
Is your phone on your head? Oh. No, that's the logo. I thought it was the camera of your phone. I'm like, you trying to start a new fashion style? Have a phone on there?
right here on the
Yeah,
side.
it's
But
like
I
you
can't even
live
wearing the hat
streaming.
I got him for his birthday.
It's green screen. You can't see it. He'll wear it out in public.
Oh, no, my green screen thing. Nah, I couldn't wear it because I put a hat on.
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna see straight through it. But nah, I mean, there we have it, man. I can't believe it. We're coming down to the last game. Are we gonna talk about the Pro Bowl this year?
I don't care about the Pro Bowl.
No, well, we're gonna have a week off and then Super Bowl predictions.
I think it's a week after the Super Bowl prediction.
Because we have
That's
the
how
Pro
they
Bowl.
do it. That's how
Yeah,
they do
yeah.
it now. They do the playoffs before the Super Bowl. So I mean, there we have it.
Final
Then
comments.
final comments. Conference game Sunday. Eagles.
Oh, I just want to give a big shout out to my buddy Steven, aka Lil Steve. I just want to let you know, for the Steelers being so trash, y'all played one more game than us. So y'all are right there with us. We weren't predicted to be shit this year, and we really weren't. So we lived up to expectations. But y'all were predicted to win the whole cake.
Facts.
And you couldn't even taste the cake. You couldn't even lick the cake. You couldn't even lick the
You didn't
frosting.
even go to the shop. They don't even know what icing it is.
Man, I just, Lamar Jackson, I want to pray for you. I'll keep you in my prayers. I know you're not doing well mentally. And for all the Ravens fans that try to put, what's the tight end's name again? Mark Andrews. That try to put it on him. No, it's all 100% on Lamar Jackson's fault, baby. We hate you, Lamar.
Oh man.
Anything else, guys?
But
And just want to say shout out to my boy Shooter McGavin,
Ooh.
Kodak Coughlin, the rest of my jiu-jitsu buddies who came out and supported me this past
He
weekend.
killed it. He was amazing. Y'all should have saw him. Most endurance. They couldn't tire him out. He had these people flabbergasted. Man, y'all definitely got to check my man out. We will be posting videos.
I mean, Seth even went against a pro and held his own. How many of y'all going against somebody that's pro?
Exactly.
This dude is, so Seth's
Money
putting
gonna
in
get
that
better
work.
from here. But anyways, guys, this your boy Real Good Doty. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel that you can also find on Tales from the Cribs. Also, follow me on Instagram, realgood_Doty as well. Daily motivation, jiu-jitsu. My co-host.
Prize Picks. Check out Prize Picks. Use the code PRAWWPQJ4. Just one last time to shout out Prize Picks. But go ahead, Jesse.
All right.
one more time. Yeah.
All right. You already know what it is, man. It's your boy Kodak Coughlin, man. Philadelphia stand up. All you Baltimore Raven fans, eat crow. But hey, man, I got my other co-hosts with me.
Chico Grande. Chico 2 times. Shooter McGavin, baby. It sucks. I really wanted to beat Lamar Jackson so I could rub their face in it. But the way they lost was just as sweet. And you know what's crazy is they lost to the Steelers the same way. Mark Andrews dropped a 2-point conversion when they lost against the Steelers earlier this year. And they literally did the exact same play. And it's like, you should have known that play didn't work, but y'all are retarded.
Hey.
So,
I feel bad about Mark Andrews because, like, fans were like,
He getting cut.
well, no, they were like sending death threats to like his fiance. Like that's not his wife.
No, if you're gonna send him anywhere, Lamar Jackson's inbox is always open. Send those threats that way, and that we approve of that message on TFTC.
Horrible. But hey, man, we out, man. See y'all next week, man. We drop
Super Bowl
Actually,
picks.
2 weeks from now.
Oh, see you 2 weeks from now. Super Bowl edition. It's gonna be big, bad. We're finna have chips. We're finna have snacks. We're finna have money. We're finna have it all for you later.
Oh, are the Eagles gonna be there, co-host?
We'll
We
see.
is.
Are the Eagles gonna be there?
We is, baby. Eagles versus KC.
No, the Redskin Nation is coming back, baby.
Ooh, that'd be crazy.
But you rocking with us, we're rocking with you.
Go that
We
coffin.
will see you later.
Let it
Peace.
shine, baby.